Welcome everybody. I came by Rubey and we're back once again. Well, let's do it like we did in the past, a couple prior videos back. We're going to read the title and description. Title, Circle. Description. The circle of enlightenment is there to anyone who can perceive it. That's a good one. You know, we always start with a little bit of Rubey, a little bit of poetry right there in a parable, and always in the description. If you didn't catch on, that's what I do a lot with those. Now, let's get into the topic at hand, a circle. I like this. This is great. When you start getting into spirituality and awakening, and some people have it, some people don't, that spiritual awakening, you'll start to have signs. And you could definitely look into that. Check on that. Do some homework on that spiritual awakening. And look that up, and they have a whole list and descriptions and signs. See if you have some of those signs in the waking up. And one day I'll also do a video about that too, and my experiences. So, back to the topic at hand, the circle. I like the circle because I'm going to bring a little example in, like for my faith, for instance. And this you could do with all of your faiths, whether you believe or don't believe. And you know, we always talk about you got to have faith in something, so whatever you believe in. And now, so for me, a lot of like with God, Jesus, Mary, they always have this circle around them. Whoever it may be, it could be someone that's highly in tune with their spirituality or reached a spiritual awakening or what they call kundalini, or the list can go on and on. And sometimes you'll see these figures pictured either sitting up or with their hands up, or there's always this glow and this aura around them, that circle. Now that circle to me, and sometimes you'll see it over the head of like going around this way of like a lot of saints, Mary, Jesus, Mary holding the baby, and all type of faiths or religion. There's always like an outer glow or whatever, and that circle basically is that enlightenment. That spirit. When you get connected with your mind, body, and spirit together, that light will shine and be so bright. And there's I know there's been scientific studies. I'm not too sure as to who did it or what, but they did it with a certain type of photography, and they were able to see actually the aura of people and how it glows and how bright it is or dim. Can you imagine that, huh? I would definitely check into that, look into that. You could see that. So back to that circle. What does a circle stand for? I think it stands for many things in life. It's a never ending, right? It's not open or closed. No beginning, no end, right? Alpha, omega. Go on and on. Computer, binary codes, ones and zeros, zeros and ones. It is something. And that cycle, that circle is almost a cycle of life. You start, you're born, you go all the way through. I had said this in a prior video. And then when you get to the end of that cycle, hopefully you attained whatever it was that you need to attain and did throughout your life, so that you can reach that higher purpose, energy, whatever you believe where you're going to go. And by doing that, you have to live that circle of life, what? In a good moral code, like I always say, being spiritually connected with one inside. And like I Can already says, always start from within. So if you want to get that circle, if you think about all these people that passed on all this wisdom and knowledge from all type of different cultures, right? They're always enlightened in that circle of what? Light. Try to get that light to come out of you. And one thing I always want to tell you, the best advice I can give you, there's always going to be people that when you start to spiritually awaken yourself, that are always going to try to dampen out that light. They're going to try to switch that light switch off on you. They want you to stay in the dark. Don't do it. Keep that light switch on. And always remember, when you're feeling lonely or down, always remember there's always other people that are out there just like you, going through the same thing. And let it be known in that mind that, you know what, I'm not the only one out there. I got to be strong for that person has to be strong for you, even though you don't even know them, whatever. Getting that energy or whatever, you're putting it out forth. You're helping people that you can't even see. And be a good example for people. By what? Staying within that light, let it glow. And that circle, find out what your circle of enlightenment is. See what it is. Try to perceive it. Look deep within yourself. Because you know that you can bring yourself to the highest point, but without visualization, without a goal in mind, without a purpose and where you want to go. And listen, even myself, even sometimes I know what I want to do, the goals I've set and everything, but I will go off topic But that's okay, because then I always reevaluate myself. Well, thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. To everybody, all the blessings and whatever you achieve, like I Can by Rubey always says, I know you will. Take care.